Hey, I'm Rachel, and we are going to continue on our journey of our chakras and our energy body. And today we are going to be talking about our beautiful, amazing heart chakra. And as it sounds, it's located in the center of our chest. And we're going to learn about just how amazing, how to work with it, and what all it embodies. This is our fourth wheelhouse. It is our heart chakra. It's beautiful and amazing, and it spends the energy to fill our life with compassion, love, and beauty. And this is one of my favorite heart chakras. Like, this is my favorite chakra because this is actually a bridge chakra. This particular energy center, it's a gateway, it's a bridge to our spiritual chakras and to our earthly chakras. So I hope you enjoy this one as much as I do. The heart chakra is driven by the energy of transformation and integration. It is all about newness, being open to create and live in a different way. If we're able to let go of the fear that we may be holding on to from our lower chakras, this is the perfect energy to flow us in to the rest of our journey in a new and adventurous way. This energy bridge between the earth and the spiritual realm, as I mentioned before, it's located in the center of the chest. It's your heart center. It is slightly to the right of your physical heart. It coordinates with the color of green. Actually, it has two colors. Green is your front heart. That is the energy that you're sharing with the world. And sometimes it's easy to forget about the backside of our heart center, which is the color pink. And that energy is how we receive love and the love that we give to ourselves. And it often goes ignored is a word. Sometimes it's much easier for us to give love and care and compassion than it is for us to receive it from others or to even give it to ourselves. So as we go through this heart center, I want you to keep in mind the backside of that heart that's all about your self-love, and for you to be considerate of allowing others to share with you the love that you give out. Also be willing to receive that. This chakra element is air. It's also feminine. If you like crystals, this chakra, you could work with rose quartz. It's pink. It's great for self-love. Pink, pink, pink. Clear quartz is also wonderful for this heart center. Jade, green calcite. So just any of those beautiful crystals that show a green, even clear quartz again, or something pink is something you're going to want to grab, hold on to, use when you're working with this energy, whether again on yourself or with a client. If you like essential oils, this one, oils or incense, rose, ylang, and that is one of my favorite fragrances. It's actually spelled Ylang, but it's pronounced ylang. So if you're looking for that one, look for one that looks like Yanglang. So, or jasmine is perfect for this one, and those are some of my favorite scents. I love to work with those fragrances. I love to work with this energy center. So if you're ready, go ahead and get ready to take your notes if you'd like. We're going to dive right on in. As we're learning that all chakra centers work with glands of our body, we've talked about it in each segment. This one, the gland for it is your thymus. And that may be a gland that you've not heard of. So the thymus, when you're young, when you're a baby, it is very active, and it is something that actually hardens as you mature and go through life. It kind of hardens and it shrinks. So the thymus is located in your chest area as well. It can sometimes be considered a secondary heart chakra, but for this segment, I'm going to just talk about it all as one because it is the organ system that flows the energy of this heart center. It regulates hormones. It boosts the immune system. So if you are interested in boosting your immune system, this is the heart center you're going to want to work with. This is the perfect center to work with if you're having autoimmune disorders, any illnesses, any of those things. It is your thymus that we need to strengthen to boost your immunities. So keep that in mind, because that's going to come into play in many different areas of your life, or maybe other people's lives. You're going to want to work with this thymus with the heart center. The mantra for this one is yum. Yum. It's a beautiful mantra. It's YUM, and it goes with the heart center. Heart energies, as you can imagine, connected to this, emotions, is love for yourself and others. It's about energies to help to have healthy, functional relationships, such as relating to others, compassion, empathy, forgiveness, acceptance, transformation, and change. These are all valuable things that you can bring in to have a more healthy relationship with yourself and with others. Other things to keep in mind for this one, it's about the ability to grieve, but also find a point of peace. If you were to stay in a grieving energy, it's going to throw this heart center off in a lot of ways. It's going to close it, and it's going to stagnate that energy and cause a blockage. So if there's things that are happening or have happened in life that have caused grief, it's imperative for your health and for your immunity for you to be able to find a peace. Find a way to make peace and have understanding for that situation so that you're able to move forward in a loving energy. And remember, I mentioned that this is a bridge chakra. It's going to bridge the way for your earthly chakras to reach the spiritual chakras. And in doing so, that bridge is going to create a harmony flow. The bridges of harmony. And it allows you to maintain, and once you have found the balance and alignment that works for you, you'll be able to find that there's a lot of adjustments that you can make just by simply connecting or working with the heart chakra. Remember, it is the bridge, and it is the bridge to oneness, coherency, and harmony. When we think about the heart center, we think about love, and that is the key to any relationship. And remember, there are lots of different kinds of love. I'm not talking about romantic love necessarily, but if you were looking for a life partner, obviously that is the type of love that you would look for. But let's have a broad range of looking and being aware of what type of love, the basis of love, the unconditional love that we can bring into relationships with others and ourselves. That relationship of love that you have with yourself will be the most important relationship of your life. You will find that you cannot be unconditional love with someone else if you can't offer that and maintain that with yourself. So if anyone's ever taught you that loving yourself is selfish, you have to let that go out the window. You have to find a way to love yourself first, to be compassionate and gentle with yourself, and that is what will fill your cup, and that will overflow to other people. Unconditional true love for yourself and others goes far beyond the ego, goes far beyond the ego energies. It opens you up to a new level of compassion and understanding for yourself and for the world. It will teach you to have an understanding with people, to be more compassionate about the ways or the choices that they make. It may allow you to understand that most people are doing the best that they can. And as I share this information, do not make a mistake that I am saying to continue unhealthy or abusive relationships. What I'm saying is sometimes have that understanding, but that also could mean that you have to move forward for your self-love. I just don't want someone to be the understanding that they have to love and share a life with people who are harmful in any way to them. You always have a choice to move on and release your energy with them, wish them well, and move on your way. Offer that forgiveness for them, but offer it for yourself if you need to. But that forgiveness means to learn, to not continue that cycle. So in this learning of a new value of love, I can't express enough that that love means for yourself. It means for you to be able to create and set healthy boundaries for yourself. And at times that may mean that some relationships end or fall away, and that's okay. Know that the new relationship that you're creating with yourself will expand and flow into new relationships that are healthy with other people. This Heart Center will also help you to gain an energy of acceptance. Acceptance that to all that is as it is. And that may mean that not everything has worked out the way that you had envisioned or desired, and that sometimes the universe, your higher self, has to step in and create those obstacles or barriers. And it's important that you learn to see that and recognize it for what it is and have acceptance for that situation so that you can move forward into new situations and new relationships. If we can come from a place where that we are living from our heart center and being open and balanced, we will be able to see clearly in a situation. We'll be able to use discernment and compassion, and we'll experience the beauty in life way more easily than we ever have or could ever imagine. When your heart center is open, you will have that feeling of deep connection with yourself, with the earth, with the universe, with the creator. You'll feel that deep connection, and that deep connection is your oneness to all. It's going to be a harmonious exchange with all. You'll have an appreciation that you've never known, and you'll see things on a scale of beauty in life. If there are areas in your heart chakra that may be imbalanced or blocked, you may find some cardiac issues or issues with the cardiac system, the heart and the lungs. It could cause respiratory ailments, lung infections, bronchitis, circulation issues. You could even have heart chakra pain. Sometimes you can have chest pain that's not from your heart. You may feel anxiety, and doing some breathing exercises can help with that. But when we feel that anxiety in our chest, that's our body telling us that we are off center, that we need to be aware and rope ourselves back in and recenter. So keep that in mind. Let's talk about a few signs and symptoms that could indicate that you have heart chakra imbalance, blockage, whatever you want to call that. They're different things, but sometimes they're referred to as the same thing. So let's take a look at some ideas that could give you some insight to your own heart chakra or to someone else's. Difficulty relating to others. Someone with a too open heart chakra may have some excessive jealousy. Jealousy comes from an overactive heart chakra. Could be overly defensive. If it's closed off or blocked, you may see some codependency behaviors on your behalf. You may have a fear of intimacy. If it's closed down, you may find that you are a huge people pleaser. You may find yourself withdrawn. You may find yourself in a state of victimization. If it's too open and you're holding on to energies, you may find that you are holding grudges and you're unable to forgive. These are things I know that we're aware of. And sometimes we see it, but we may not realize that it is all coming from our heart centers. If someone has had a lot of past hurts, they may be holding on to a lot of grievances in their heart. It can cause resentments. It can cause isolation. It can cause them to hurt other people. They may seek revenge. They may try to inflict pain on others. And that comes from a place of fear, hatred, resentment. There's the old saying that hurt people, and this is so very true. It is the simplest of the truth to hear that hurt people, and the reasons I just mentioned are why. It's because their heart chakra is blocked with previous grievances. So we may not always be able to cure or help others, but there is so much change that can be made in the world by one just focusing on themselves and stepping forward in that new light. Maybe someone will ask for help or just want to mimic the light that you're sharing with the world. Ways that we can bring this heart center into attunement, into alignment, are breathing to balance your heart. Just observe it. Just take a few minutes and breathe in your heart center. I like to think about breathing in through my heart and exhaling it out. Just a few of those breaths will bring you to center. Remember, you can do the mantra Yum, Yum. It's beautiful. I feel the vibrations. Cultivate beauty, and that can mean something different to everyone. One of the things that always gives my heart center a good cleansing and balance is I will move things around in my home. I just feel like I want to change it up, find my zen in a new way. I'd love to move things around, move furniture, things, move my wall stuff. So cultivate beauty in whatever way that could be for you. It may be art, it may be journaling, writing, creating in some way. It may be simply you washing your kitchen counters down. It is amazing what the simplest things that we can do that actually create beauty in our souls, that can really just tip the scale and help you to cleanse and purge and realign. If I'm ever working through something, if I've been hurt, something's happened that was unexpected, people tease me, you'll always find me scrubbing and cleaning my kitchen. And as I do that, it helps me to clear out what's in my heart. And in return, I feel like I've created something new. I've recharged, revamped something. And sometimes it's as simple as just moving a couple things around. So keep that in mind. It can be little things that make the biggest difference for us, whether we're in this heart chakra center or another chakra. Keep it in mind. The simple things can make such a difference. Another thing to help bring this heart center into alignment is self-care. That can be you giving yourself a few minutes or a few days, whatever that can mean for you. It could mean a foot soak. It could be a salt bath. It could be a shower while giving intentions just to cleanse and recharge your body, listening to some soothing music. It can be you playing soothing music while you sleep at night with the intention to just work that heart chakra and to increase that frequency. A lot of it's about intentions. You may go get your nails done. You may do your nails yourself. I'm one of those girls. I like to do my own nails, and just giving myself a little time like that can make me feel so much different. Like it is so easy for us to forget ourselves that sometimes just doing the littlest things can really just change the energy of the whole day. So keep those things like that in mind. Working on this to come into alignment can be about growing your self-acceptance and your self-compassion with your emotions and your body. Just accepting you for who you are. None of us are perfect, and we're all going to have our moments. And just to find acceptance and forgiveness for yourself when you feel like maybe you've shortchanged yourself or someone, or you came up short, or you overreacted. You can always apologize, but also forgive yourself if you feel like if you're holding on to upset because of something that you've done. Ask for forgiveness, but you have to also forgive yourself, or that's going to keep you off balance. So just think about that body, emotional acceptance that you have for yourself, and your own gentle compassion. The perfect thing to do for this chakra is engage in activities that feed your heart, that feed your soul. Your heart is your soul. What makes you happy? What is that? And it can be different things at different times. It might be just to go out and sit in the sunshine for a few minutes. Did that make you happy? What if you went and hugged a tree? Did that make you happy? What if you just took a nap? Did that make you happy? It's doing things. It doesn't have to be a trip to Europe to make you happy, because you might be like, what I would love to do is this, but it's not reasonable right now, and that's okay. You can manifest that into life, but just find the things right now that you can do that makes you happy, no matter what it is. It could be giving yourself a little time to read a book. It could be giving yourself a little time to binge watch a TV series if you really enjoyed that. Like, I know for me, these are examples I can tell you for myself. I don't watch a lot of TV most of the year, but I like to watch a good little binge a season of something. And when it gets cold in the fall into the winter, when I'm not outside as much, I like to curl up and just kind of watch something interesting. And I say I binge watch it because I like to watch it all, and I might like watch more than one episode at a time. But that is a way that I refresh and recharge myself. Another thing that we can do, and this can be done at any time of the year, but what I find is we definitely do it around the holidays. We can reflect on some old wounds from relationships, or maybe it's your family relationships, and it's a good time to come to terms with those wounds and be ready to let it go. There is nothing like a good holiday to bring up some old wounds from life. Could have happened when you were 5 years old, could have happened 5 weeks ago, but I have found there's no better time than the holidays to bring these things to light. So if and when that does happen, sit with it, think about it, examine it for what it is. If you can figure out, what the trueness of it was. For me, sometimes I have to think about the situation. I'll go over it a few times and I decide what really was the wound there for me. Because it may not be your first thought. Sometimes when something happens, we have an initial reaction of, but I will always go back and reflect on the whole thing to decide really what the wound was for myself. And I find I have to make peace about that so that I can move forward. So that is something that you can do for yourself to bring this heart center into alignment and to keep it there. And if there are things that are triggering that, like family functions, get-togethers, or the lack of a get-together, these are things for you to find a way to make peace with that. And if there are family get-togethers that are causing you a lot of issues, it is okay to not go. It is okay to not put yourself in an unhealthy situation for you. It's okay. Just know that. Sometimes these situations, the best things that we can do is practice forgiveness for ourselves forever, being a part of it or continuing it if If something's been unhealthy for you, but you've continued to allow it to be a part of your life, forgive yourself for it, release it, let it go, and move on. Don't go back to it. Don't go back and try to make it different. If it's not possible, just move on. It's okay to not continue on with functions or relationships. An important thing about this heart chakra is to express gratitude and appreciation, even if it's in silence. Hold on to those moments that you are thankful for. Hold on to those beautiful moments of love, happiness. Sometimes I will sit and just think about how happy a moment made me. Maybe it was just seeing a leaf fall from a tree. Maybe it was seeing someone be kind to someone else. I try to be mindful and purposeful to have gratitude and appreciation for all kinds of events and activities that happen in life, even if I just observed it. So keep those things in mind. Remember, when you're working with this heart chakra, it's important to give love, to receive love, and know that you have to be able to receive love to truly give love. If you have someone that you can give hugs to each day, that's a great way to share energy. It enhances and increases the production of happy hormones in your brain. So that is healthy for you. Talk to people who are loving and supportive. Smile at everyone you see. Your smile may change someone else's day or life. That may be the only smile that they've seen in a while. Remember to forgive and move on. Don't hold grudges. Give positive affirmations and positive feedback. Don't forget to do that for yourself. And have a goal to go 1 hour or 1 day or 2 days or 1 week without criticizing yourself or others, and just see what a difference that makes for you. I hope that you find your way to your heart chakra. Please reach out if you have any questions, if you'd like to share the life changes that it has made for you to work with this chakra. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Love and light, and namaste.